Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a minute since I gave a video, so I was asked to show how I did this frog. Daniel Cooper introduced me to this dish soap method, and there's been many people on the Facebook pages that have been doing it. I've seen some really pretty ones. In fact, there's a lady named Miss Sellers that's on Marvelous Muses. She did a couple of frogs that were so cute, and the colors were so pretty. She said she couldn't get the color right for the lighting in her home, but man, they were really pretty. So we're going to do this inspiration from Daniel Cooper and from Miss Sellers off of Marvelous Muses. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mix up a little resin because the first thing that we need to do is to put a little layer of clear resin into this mold. So I'll be back. Okay, so I found out her name. Her name is Sandra Sellers, and she is a member of the Marvelous Muses Facebook page, and so go check out her frog. She had a really pretty frog that I was impressed with. So going forward now, I have mixed up a little bit of resin. I mixed up 2.5 ounces, but I don't think I'm going to need that much for this. But what we're going to do is we're going to I like to spray mine with a little bit of alcohol to try to get the bubbles out. And then what I'm going to do is I want the resin to come into the face and the body and nothing else. So we're going to pour this in there until it comes up into the face and bring it up to just a little bit there. There we go. Too much resin. Okay, so what I'm going to do there is I'm going to do a little bit of torch, and we're going to give it time for any bubbles to come up, and then I'm going to put it in my curing machine. So once that's cured, then we can do the magic stuff. So I'll be back when that's cured. Welcome back. Okay, so we've got a cured resin layer in the frog. Now, I've got some dish soap and some water here. And what we're going to do with this is we're going to make bubbles. Now, we've got bubbles. Now what we're going to do with those bubbles, I want the littler ones so that I can push them in here. But I don't want any liquid on the spoon. But I want these bubbles, the littler ones. And I just start pushing them off there. Oh, you know what? Welcome back to my channel. So now that that layer of resin is cured, we're going to take some UV resin. I'm using Let's Resin UV. And we're going to pour some in this mold on top of that clear, coat of resin that I have in there. All right. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little, I'm going to take this little tool here and make sure that the UV resin is over all of that area that I want it to be over. In the head, in the body. Make sure that it's all over that. There we go. Alrighty. Wipe that tool off. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to pop a few of those bubbles off there I made. Then I'm going to make bubbles. This is just dish soap and water. We're going to make these bubbles. Then I'm going to take those bubbles and put them on top of that UV resin. I'm going to try to get them in that head as much as I can. Try not to get any water on your spoon so that you won't put water in the resin. And just get as many bubbles as you can in there. That resin. Then we're going to put the light on it and cure it. Let it just cure. I'd try to do that a couple of times, so when it comes down to the end of it, then I hit it one more time and let it cure another 60 seconds. I love this UV light because it has lights on the bottom of it too, that you can get it from underneath and cure the top and the bottom at the same time. Makes it very, very convenient so that you don't have to flip it over and cure the other side. Alright, let's look at what we got. So I see that we have lots of bubbles on our UV resin. So now the thing that we've got to do is to dry it. It's got to be dry. Can you see those bubbles in there? nice and dry. Okay, so we'll get rid of the UV light. All right, so now what you want to do is you want to paint your colors on there. So I'm going to be painting the body part and the head with this Let's Resin Chameleon powder. No, this is by Rosella, R-O-I-Z-E-L-A. Don't know where I got that, but it's teal chameleon powder. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint the body and the head with this teal powder. Put it all in there. All over the UV resin bubbled area. Now you can do any color you want. Chameleon powders are lots and lots of colors. I'm going to get a brush to help get that on there. There we go. There we go. Then I'm going to dump that in the trash, blow it out a little bit. I want to clean that area there. Put that mica powder in there. Okay, because I'm going to do the hands, the little frog feet, and the legs in a different color. So I'm going to use my little trusty, this thing right here is Magnificent. You can get it at, I got this at Dollar Tree. It is, I got turned on to this thing by Marva off of Marvelous Muses. It's a eyeshadow switching sponge where you can do your brush on it and switch colors when you're switching colors. It is fabulous for $1 at the dollar store. Then I'm going to use Let's Resin Chameleon powder, gold to green. And that's where I'm going to do the feet. And the little arms. And the knees. His hiney. Get up in his little toes. I'll make sure I get the sides right there. His little elbows. There we go. All right. I think I got all that I want in there. Make sure all those little toes are painted. Well, this chameleon powder gets all over everything. Okay. So now what we're going to do, first I'm going to clean my brush. with this little thing. This is so cool. It takes all that mica powder out of your brush. Thank you, Marva, for this wonderful gadget that you turned me on to. Okay. So now I'm going to mix up some resin, and we're going to pour resin into him to finish him off. All right, so let me mix up this resin and we'll be back. Okay, now I've got my resin, so I'm going to, most of the time you can do it with the black, but I'm going to use this Larez Expressions Burnt Toffee. It's a liquid pigment. I'm going to use this. And then we're going to get this a good mix. I have 4 ounces of resin in here. I think that might be enough, probably too much. We'll see. But we're going to mix this up. Get it mixed up in there really good. All right. Yeah. All right, then we're going to pour it into the mold and fill him up. I'm going to let it go into his little fingers there. Let it self-level as much as it can. And I'm going to use my little baby torch and take some of the, and this is a baby torch. I don't know if you can see it, it's just a little bitty flame. That way you don't burn your molds. All right, it was just a little bit too much resin, so I'll probably try to find me something a little bit too much on this foot. Okay, I'll find a mold to drop this in and we'll do that. But whoop, a little bit more than, oh, that's why I got it on the uneven part of my table. I'm having an issue with this side of my table. All right, now we're good. All right, so we're going to let that cure, and then when it's ready to demold, I'll be back. I'm excited. Okay, everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's time for demolding of the frog. Let's see if he worked. I think I over-poured him just a little bit. There we go. I'm so excited. If he comes out as good as that other one, I will be very happy. Gotta be careful with these toes. You can pop them off real easy. So you have to be very careful when you're taking the mold off around them. That you don't pop one off. Alright, let's okay. I do have some overpour I'm going to have to trim off of him. But are you ready to see? All right. 1, 2, 3. He worked. He worked. You see his colors. And it went all the way down to his head. So he worked. So now we got Mr. and Mrs. Turtle. I'm going to put eyelashes on her. I'm going to put some eyelashes on her after I color their eyes and get that done. But that's how you do that soap dish technique. It's not real hard to do, and it's really cool. It's really cool looking because the colors just, I'm sure that the colors are not showing as well on there, but this is a gold to green chameleon powder on the legs and feet. And when you turn it, it's really cool. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, and you're not subscribed, please go ahead and, this would be a great time to subscribe. I'm going to try to start picking up and doing more videos and get some of the Christmas things and Thanksgiving things done. And I really appreciate your, if you are a subscriber and you're back, I really appreciate you sticking around. And I'm going to pick it up and we'll have more videos. And I really appreciate it. I hope that everyone is blessed and safe, and let's pray for Israel, and take care. Thanks so much. Y'all have a great day. Bye till next time. Okay, I wanted to show you that I put eyelashes on her. So it's Mr. and Mrs. Frog. Too cute. Thanks. See you next time. Bye-bye.